All In Sports Network. We love sports.
Coming to you from the land of brisket and barbecue, Lone Stars and Longhorns, this is All In Colts, presented by the Unstable Blues.
Welcome back in, and happy Thanksgiving. It's time once again to take a look at Colts players and their fantasy stats and projections in our Colts fantasy stable. So let's go. All In Colts.
Yes, I'm Kevin. This is my son Liam. We are the Unstable Blues, happy to present All In Colts as part of the Rogue Media Sports Network. And before we go any further, I got to ask you. After I shut this off. What is your favorite Thanksgiving food dish?
Sometimes we have peanut butter cookies. If it's that. Sometimes we have peanut butter fudge. It's that. If neither of those are there, it's the Hawaiian rolls.
I love it. Classics, right?
Yep.
Peanut butter and bread. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I made up some ground this week in our fantasy football league in our family.
You did just a little bit.
I beat a contender that was going coming out after. I needed to gain some ground. So I beat him to shorten that gap. So now I am only I don't understand how it exactly. I'm tied with the last person to make it into the playoffs right now.
Mm-hmm.
In our league. So
it just means they have the head-to-head over you.
Yeah, I need to win the last two, and I need one of them to lose, the closest one to lose one, and the furthest one to lose two, and I'm in the playoffs. Actually, I only need the last one to lose one. So I win two, he loses one, we're good to go.
Yeah, but you gotta win. You gotta win two, though.
Or I win one and he loses both.
It's true.
So
very, very possible. Very possible, but we'll see.
I'm hesitant to ask what you're doing.
I've clinched the number one seed. We're good. Still undefeated. Had a little bit of a scare. I was down 30-something points to whoever I was playing. I was like, oh my goodness, my undefeated season's probably gone. And then Saquon Barkley scored me 46 points. So
you're still undefeated?
Good. Yes, I'm still undefeated. So we're still that good. The other league, I lost by 8 points. I really could not do anything.
But this week in our league, you are playing your roommate, who you are.
No,
of course, you're.
roommates.
In case no one could guess from the background, you are no longer at college. You are home for the holidays.
Back home. Yep.
For all the holidays. Your college does it different than I've seen others. So you're Thanksgiving all the way through the new year.
Yeah.
So, that's fun.
It is. It is. So I'm playing my roommate. I should win. I'm projected to win by 15, something like that. Up in the upwards of 140, something like that. Pretty solid.
I will admit I'm playing your roommate next week, who's second in the league, and I tried a little gamesmanship to try to see it about working a trade or whatever to kind of
anything come out of it.
Him up. He didn't want any of it. But now what I'm hoping for is the person that I was targeting. Maybe I have faked him out to put him in, and he won't do well, right? Maybe maybe I made him think I saw something he didn't, and therefore, you know what I'm saying? We'll reverse psychology.
I get you.
That's what I'm hoping now.
Yeah.
I
wonder who gave you that idea to do that.
It might have come from someone.
Yeah, it may have. It was an idea
Colts
I had.
Fantasy players. What's
Colts
that?
Fantasy. I just said it was an idea I had.
Yeah.
Colts Fantasy. Let's hit it.
Here we go.
Anthony Richardson. Last week he had 13 points against the Lions. Obviously, as we talked about in the recap, it was fantasy and stats don't prove what was going on in the actual game. As a comparison, though, the quarterbacks seemed to do pretty well um, this week. So, comparison to everybody else, AR didn't do that
Yep.
great. On the lower end, although he is projected 18 points.
That's pretty much his normal, right?
Yeah,
It went like 21 and down to like So
yeah. Playing New England, we'll talk about tomorrow what the keys are and stuff like that.
yep.
But I mean, I would put him in against New England. I would play him.
Yeah.
So I mean, not much else to talk about really there.
Nope.
Now for the wide receivers, I guess we'll just go 4, and then I'll talk about them as a group.
Sounds good.
MPJ had 16 points. He ranked 16th as of Monday night before the Monday night game ended.
Yep.
So he may move down a little bit. His projection this week is 11 points, which I think is fair. AD Mitchell last week 2 points, not good at all. But he plays the role of position whenever he needs to play. Whenever he needs to get open, catch the ball, he'll do that. Projected 9 points, which is a bit surprising for me, as well as the next person, Alec Pierce, also projected 9 points. Last week he had 5, also not that great, but once again, another role player, a deep ball player, a deep ball threat. The Colts don't necessarily have a true number one receiver threat. You spread the ball around.
I mean, Alec Pierce could get 34 points, but he could also get you 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wild card. JFD, Josh First Downs, last week had 6 points. Obviously, not as great
Not good
as
for him.
normal for him. And his projection as of right now is, I don't know. He's injured. He's a day-to-day. I didn't look at the practice schedule. Not the practice report, injury report from today. I did not look at that. So I don't know if he's participating or not.
Steichen said it doesn't look good for him for Sunday. That's
Okay,
kind of been
so
the narrative. Now, that could be a little gamesmanship. So that the Patriots don't feel like they need to plan for him. I think that's actually pretty accurate. So don't plan on him, which may play into why some of the other guys got a higher boost.
Yeah. I would say JFD is your backup plan. Have a different receiver ready to go. If you would rather have JFD, I guess you can use him as your main plan. Have a different receiver as a backup plan, but I say
if he is out and one of the other guys is available, would you put any one of them in, thinking that those targets may go to them?
Maybe MPJ, if anyone, if no one has him. But other than that, no, not really.
Well, tomorrow's episode we may talk about what the possible replacement for JFD's production might be. So you have to tune in for that on Friday.
Yeah.
Black
Friday, yeah. Next up, Jonathan Taylor wearing his stuff right now. Last week he had 3.5 points. Not good at all, especially for him compared to other running backs. All of the stuff just not good. His projection, though, for this upcoming week is 17 points. Pretty typical projection for him. Once again, he typically has these big games against New England. He had a big game against Buffalo, just no touchdowns. I'm looking for him to have another big game here. I think that's a big part of what we do as an offense. Once again, tune in tomorrow for tomorrow's episode on that.
Yep.
I guess that's kind of it about JT. Just see how productive he can be. Next up is the defense, which we still have to talk about because they had that one good week. Last week they had 2.5 points or 2 points.
Just 2 points. That's it.
Yep. They played the Lions. Once again, the defense is a bend, don't break sort of defense. So you're going to have touchdowns on you. That's just kind of what comes with that style of defense. Once again, they were playing the Lions. they have performed well. They were performing well. If you look at the actual game and the stats behind both defenses, the Colts defense played better than the Lions defense did. It's just our offense was not productive enough to get anything done, capitalize on those defensive stops. Their projection is 7 points. I'd assume it's that high because it's against New England, coming off the hard loss that New England had to Dolphins. I was watching the game preview. Both of these teams, both Patriots and Colts. Oh my goodness, that is windy. Both Patriots and Colts have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. So, got to pick it up on both sides of all 3 phases of the ball. But it's really all it is about fantasy this week, not much.
All right.
Have anything to pitch in?
Well, that's it for today. That's all I got. Come back tomorrow. We will finish off the week with our preview of the Colts trip to play the old foe, New England Patriots, and the second rookie quarterback this year. We will tell you how the Colts can slide into the bye week with a victory.
Yep. This is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all in Colts.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.